Hi there, or hello, welcome back, and welcome to my setup. I'm sure you're new here, and assuming you haven't seen my introduction video, allow me to introduce myself. I'm XIZ, and I'm a 19-year-old content creator who's finally decided to chase one of his long awaited dreams. Now, this video in particular has been one of the most exciting videos I've been wanting to create. Ever since I graduated from high school back in 2021, I've been working on building my dream setup for both gaming and productivity. And as I've grown, it's become more and more important to me to invest in a space where I can accomplish and work towards my goals. I mean, I do everything right here. Now, with that being said, here we go. Let's start off with the foundation of the entire setup, the desk. Now, the desk I got a while back, and it's the Beckett corner desk from IKEA. The length of the desk is 63 inches and the depth is about 43 and a quarter, but don't quote me on that. Now, hear me out, okay? Originally, I was going to purchase the common desk for setups nowadays, which is the Alex drawers and countertop combo. However, I really like the design of this desk, and it fits perfectly in the corner of my room. But I would say the only downside to this desk is there is a bit of wobble when it comes to excessive movements. Although this isn't a huge deal breaker for me, since it doesn't occur when I'm gaming or when I'm working on anything. To complement the desk, I also have the Cardom ergonomic chair from Autonomous. This chair is an amazing chair for the price, and I definitely recommend it, especially if you spend a fair amount of time at your desk. From the aesthetics to the comfort, it is all around an excellent chair and it doesn't break the bank. And by the way, I'm not sponsored, so all this is coming from the heart. Now, let's talk about the monitors. So, I'm rocking a triple Asus monitor setup with my vertical and top monitor both being 24-inch curved monitors with 1080p and a 1 millisecond response time. The only difference between these two monitors is the one in vertical mode is 144Hz and the top monitor is 165Hz. My main center monitor is a straight 24-inch monitor, but still holds similar specs. It's still 1080p with a 1 millisecond response time. However, this one is running at 280Hz. But a question you may ask is why this monitor layout? Well, I originally started off with two monitors, and while that is of course more than enough, I found myself in a position to get a third monitor, and personally, I think it's the best middle ground. My top monitor, I mainly have music playing or I'll have some streams running, while my vertical monitor, I'll have Discord or articles slash other school related things for my homework. So while it does seem like it's arranged for purely aesthetics, it is, but it also offers a wide range of functionality for me. Lastly, all of my monitors are mounted on Vivo monitor mounts, and I'll have them linked in the description if I don't forget. Let's move on to the peripherals, and arguably one of the most important parts of a setup. Since these are what you use to control your computer, they need to be picked out accordingly to the user. Thus, the keyboard I'm using is the white model of the Keychron Q2 QMK mechanical keyboard with Gateron G Pro brown switches, and I haven't modded this keyboard because honestly, I don't think it needs it. It sounds and feels great right out of the box, and I highly recommend this keyboard. My previous keyboard is a drop alt mechanical keyboard, and this one is heavily modded. Originally, it came with Halo True 60-gram tactile switches, but later, I opted for something a bit more quiet and ended up switching to the Gateron Alias Silent MX switches, combined with the MSA Profile double shot keycaps. When it comes to mice, I'm really picky. The current mouse that I main is the Razer Viper V2 Pro in white, and I have the grips that come with it because without them the mouse just feels a bit too plasticky. However, this mouse is a lot of fun to use, but perhaps my all-time favorite mouse is the popular Glorious Model O wireless in black. Lastly, my mousepad. My mousepad is the Godspeed V2 deskpad from Novel Keys, and I think it complements my black and white color scheme extremely well, and I think TechSource would be extremely proud. And it has a solar system, which I think is cool. My headset. When I'm gaming, I use a Logitech G733 wireless gaming headset in black. These are incredibly light and I can literally keep them on forever. And when I'm not using my headset, I use my speakers, which are the Edifier R33 BT in black, and they are great budget alternative speakers. They're also where my boy drummed the Gnome Chills. I also have a pair of Bose QC45s for on the go and if I need noise cancellation. Now for my mic. For my mic, I use the Rode Pod mic, which is hooked up to the Rode PSA1 boom arm. This is a great combo, and the Rode Pod mic is a great budget mic if you're looking for one. I honestly don't see the need on getting a different mic anytime soon. Now, this is all connected to my Elgato Wave XLR. I love the knob on this thing, just check it out. And it has all the features I need and have been looking for, especially this tap to mute feature, which I think is genius. Also, for my cameras, when I'm just in disc, I casually use a 1080p webcam from Emit. I don't know, I'll put it up on the screen how it's spelled. And for $39, I honestly can't complain. However, when it comes to filming, I use my iPhone 13 mini, but I'm looking to upgrade to some kind of Sony camera. And if you have any recommendations, please leave a comment down below. Just please don't throw no $2,000 camera at me, please. And now let's talk about what powers it all, my PC. Yes, I have a pre-built. However, now with the knowledge I have about computers and all that, it's honestly not too bad of a pre-built, and I'm extremely grateful for it. I have an HP Omen with an Intel i7-11700 processor with 16GB of HyperX DDR4 RAM running at 3200 MHz with a 512GB PCIe SSD, and I added an additional 1TB SSD with a RTX 3060 Ti. I bought this PC before I started college and I had little to no knowledge about computers or anything, yet this PC has worked flawlessly, and I have no complaints except for the cable management. Yes, I could fix it. However, I'm currently saving up to build my own PC and I can't wait for that opportunity to come. But for now, it gets the job done extremely well. And a side note, please don't ever be embarrassed of owning a pre-built. Moving on, let's talk about lighting. I'm looking to upgrade my lighting for content creating, like getting some key lights, etc. But for now, I have a few Govee lights around my room, but the top one is above my pegboard and it's the Govee Neon LED strip light. Also, behind my monitors, I have the Zuko light flow bars, which are great budget lights if you're looking to brighten your setup. Also, above my main monitor, I have the Abney monitor light bar, which is also a great budget light bar. Keep in mind, guys, I'm a broke college student, so I'm going to have a lot of budget alternatives. However, they get the job done well. Last but not least, we have my accessories, things that tie the setup to my personality. I love pegboards, and above my setup, I have this pegboard I picked up from IKEA, and on it are some HyperX headphones. And I keep my PS4 controller on it in case I'm playing a game that plays better with the controller, and a few Baby Yoda figures or Grogu for the real fans, and some plants from IKEA. Yes, they're fake because I can't take care of real ones, and of course, my Bible. Also, I have these floating shelves I got off of Amazon that complements the rest of my setup nicely and fits perfectly. Also on the desk, I have this digital clock, and you may be wondering why I have a clock when my PC tells me the time. And it's because usually I have all of my screens full so I can't see the time, and that's where this clock comes in. And it's pretty cool looking. Then I have this diffuser I got off of Amazon, and while I usually always have a candle on when I'm working on something, this helps me keep my room smelling good and just creates a nice vibe. Then this 3-in-1 charger, which works excellent for my iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. And I also have a stand for both my iPad mini and MacBook Pro. Oh, and this headphone hanger that I got off of Amazon. I also have this outlet that clamps onto the desk to charge my other devices. And that, my friends, is basically it. Now, something I wanted to get across during this video is you don't need the top of the line and best of everything to create a great functional setup that you enjoy. I've been able to build this setup for myself with no help, all while being a broke college student. Yes, I do have a lot of budget alternatives, but they work. They get the job done, and I'm grateful to be in this position. Now, don't think I bought all of this at once. I've been investing into my setup for a few years now, and I've finally gotten it to a point where I deem it to be shareable. With that being said, I am still not done. There's still so many things and upgrades I want to do for my setup. However, I'm in no rush, especially since starting this YouTube journey of mine. It has inspired me that much more. I hope you enjoyed the video, and leave any comments or questions about my setup down below, and please consider following this journey of mine. But don't forget to subscribe if you want, like the video if you want, and most importantly, don't forget to stay grateful and always push past your limits. Alright, I'll see you next time.